next guy that came off the board, CeeDee Lamb, he was my personal favorite wide receiver entering this class, and I was shocked to see him fall all the way to 17 of the Cowboys, who were already a pretty juggernaut offense. They led the league in total yardage last year under Kellen Moore the first year there. Jerry Jones said he needed CPR. He was so excited to see him there. Apparently they had him at like 6 overall, their number one wide receiver. Who knows if that's true or what, but still, it seems like they clearly love him and love his fit. So what do they love about him, and what are kind of expectations, even though it's a bit congested there? Could he still kind of carve himself out a role that's useful in year one?
Yeah, that's the big question. I know they ran with 3 wide receivers, 67% of the time. So 713 snaps, they were running with 3 wide receivers anyways. Now they just get to do that, but with CeeDee Lamb. That's pretty crazy. So actually, I think combining all the personnel groupings that would have 3 wide receivers on the field, it was close to 70, maybe like 68,
yeah.
69%.
And Mike McCarthy, too, when he was in Green Bay, I think it was like 77%. He was always top 3, like for every year he was there
right.
in that personnel, yeah.
Cooper and Gallup, I thought, had awesome seasons last year. Obviously, they were big benefactors of Dak taking that next step. And you said you were shocked that CeeDee Lamb made it to 17. So was Dallas, because this really probably shouldn't have been in the cards for them. Like, if Henry Ruggs or Jerry Jeudy were the ones who were on the board as the wide receiver 3, I don't think they make this pick, but they make it because it's CeeDee Lamb. And I think that they believe that he gives them full versatility to use any of those 3 guys however they want. And that's such a weapon week in and week out. Like, Cooper has enough route running ability to be played in the slot, right? CeeDee Lamb has enough yards after catch ability to give him 2-way goes, and it makes sense because you can get him the ball that way. Gallup is the same kind of guy who I think has been cross-trained a little bit there. I'm just worried that, all 3 of these guys are phenomenal, and obviously they had 2 1,000-yard receivers last year, but when you think about how Zeke is in this offense too, and know that they're going to run the offense through Zeke, I just don't know if there are literally enough snaps to appropriately get the ball to these guys as much as you would want for as good as they are. So I think that CeeDee Lamb is going to have a good year. I think it's going to be an efficient year. I just don't really know what it's going to be yet. It's another situation where however much they ask of CeeDee Lamb, he will be able to deliver for them. You know what I'm saying? Like if they decide that they want CeeDee Lamb to be the number 2 target getter on the team, I think you're going to get a great return on investment because he's a very talented player. But at the same time, you could see them, in a sense, go, okay, well Gallup and Cooper obviously have the chemistry with Dak, so they're going to be the normal 1 and 2, and CeeDee Lamb's going to be more of the 3 rotational guy in his rookie year, and we'll see what happens his sophomore year. His sophomore year could really be the year where he takes the league by storm. I wouldn't bet on it being this year, just because I think it's going to be a lot of sorting out. You like the fact that they're willing to go to 3 wide receiver sets. McCarthy there, I think, is a good fit. But I'd just be hesitant on how much you're going to get for him because there's just so many mouths to feed in Dallas. I think that it's a great situation if you're drafting Dak Prescott early. But outside of that, the individual wide receiver is really outside of Amari Cooper, who I know they're going to force feed the ball to no matter what is their wide receiver 1. It's really up in the air with those other 2.
That makes total sense. It just does seem like it is going to be one of those offenses, though, that doesn't really come off the field till points are on the board. Like, how do you defend that team? And I mean, as good as Dak was, the quarterback too in fantasy last year, as you said, like there's 5,000 yard potential here. We've seen some gems from Aaron Rodgers under McCarthy, so I'm with you there. It's tricky to figure out how it will all shake out, but I'm certainly looking at Dak as the guy that has to be on everybody's radar. The quarterback 3 in my rankings right now. What is up, you Fantasy Wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.